In this video, we're going to talk about the stimulus package update for August the 14th. Now, I'm going to talk about the stimulus check update, the PPP update, and the economic injury disaster loan update number 3. Now, I'm not only going to talk about the updates, but also what you can do to make sure that you're getting all 3. But before we do, if this is your first time at our channel or you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button at the bottom. My name is Travis Sickle, certified financial planner, helping you reach your financial goals. Now, before we get into the stimulus package update on the stimulus check, the PPP, and the EIDL loan, I want to talk a little about what's holding up the stimulus package or the next stimulus package. And it seems to be centered on the state and local funding. Now, the Democrats want to see about $1 trillion go towards state and local funding, and the Republicans not so much. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think that they should come to an agreement on the state and local funding before they move forward with the bill? Or do you think they should just skip the state and local funding and move forward with the stimulus checks, the PPP, and possibly a second round of EIDL loans and grants? So the first one that I want to talk about is the stimulus check. Now, earlier today, President Trump tweeted about the stimulus check. And what he said was, I have directed Steven Mnuchin 1 to get ready to send direct payments, $3,400 for a family of 4 to all Americans. Democrats are holding this up. Now, that is the same math that we ran on the stimulus check number 1, where for singles, it phased out from $75,000 to $99,000, and for married filing jointly, it was $150,000 to $198,000. An additional $500 per child means that it goes up by $10,000 for the phase out per child. Now, there are a couple of things that you could still do here. Now, for your first stimulus check, if you didn't get the full amount, you could still make those contributions to a retirement plan if you're a small business owner. Now, if you don't have a retirement plan, you still have the opportunity to open up a SEP IRA. But if you already have another type of retirement plan, you still might be able to make those contributions. Even if you filed your taxes, you can go back and file an amendment. And if you are a small business owner that doesn't have a retirement plan, I urge you to go get a retirement plan, even if you don't want to make any contributions at this point, because there still could be a ton of planning opportunities as we move through 2020 into 2021. And if you have that retirement plan open right now, when you get into 2021, now you have the opportunity to potentially put money into that retirement plan for 2020. The second thing that you could take advantage of is revisiting your W-4. So your W-4 dictates your withholdings from your paycheck. Now, if you're usually getting a refund or if your income is significantly down, then it might be a good time to make an adjustment to your W-4 to boost your paycheck, which could also allow you to put more money into your retirement plan and potentially qualify for more stimulus money. Now, if you're uncertain how your W-4 works or how to make that adjustment, I have about 30 or 40 videos on the W-4 and how to fill it out. So you just go ahead and check out my other videos to go through the W-4. And the third thing that you can do is a recharacterization of your Roth IRA contributions into a traditional IRA, or you could pull the money out of the Roth IRA and up your retirement plan and contributions at work. And you would do this because it's going to reduce your adjusted gross income so you qualify for more stimulus money. So it doesn't matter whether or not you have an income right at this point. You can still make these contributions or still move money between the two types of accounts, between your Roth IRA and your traditional IRA or your 401k, 403b, or 457 plan, any other pre-tax retirement plan that you might have. So rather than waiting around for the stimulus check and just accepting whichever amount they give you, if it's anything less than the full amount, we'll take action on it right now so you can make sure that you're going to maximize the first stimulus check and potentially the second stimulus check. And the second update is for the PPP or the Paycheck Protection Program. Now, President Trump also spoke about the PPP today and is hoping that it will be in the second stimulus package. Now, as it stands right now, that proposal will only qualify your business if you had a 50% or greater reduction in your revenues. Now, I find this really unfair for a lot of small business owners because the timing of it all could make some business owners ineligible if they only had a 49% reduction in their revenues. Now, you might think that a reduction in the revenues would carry down to the same reduction in net profits. But that's just not the case because not all businesses operate the same way. First, you have fixed costs, which could be vastly different from business to business. But the glaring problem is the different products or services that each business might offer. And everything has changed. Restaurants are doing way more takeout and online orders than they were doing pre-pandemic, and there's a ton of market shift going on right now. So comparing one time frame in 2019 to 2020 could be completely different businesses, even though they have the same name and the same owners. But above all those shifts, the thing that bothers me the most about the proposal for the 50% reduction in revenues is the fact that some businesses made a valiant effort to make as much money as possible to keep their business together by shifting to things online that was outside of their comfort zone. And if they so happen to have done a little bit more revenue to get above that 50% reduction threshold, they could miss out and go under. But unfortunately, that's out of our control. But what you can do for the second round of the PPP is start to prepare the paperwork, because it's not really clear exactly how much is going to be available and how fast that money is going to go. So you want to be as prepared as possible and pulling all your reports, making sure that your taxes and all of your profit and loss statements, and of course your revenue numbers are all printed out, so when you submit it to your lender, it gets the application in as fast as possible. And the third update is for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, or the EIDL loan. Now the grant is over and the loan is still going until December 31st, so you can still apply. But the big update here is if you got denied, don't give up, because you can be reconsidered. If you got the denial letter, in the bottom of that denial letter is the email, and it's pdcrecons@sba.gov. And there's also a fax number. So what you want to do is you want to email or fax, or do both, and you want to make sure you're putting in all of your information into the email or the fax, including your name, your business name. If you're sole proprietor, then put your social security number. If you don't have an EIN, if you have an EIN, put your EIN, put the loan application number in there, all the relevant information, and include any other documentation that you have and why you should be reconsidered. It's also really important to be clear and concise in your response. Now, I have seen applications be denied, go in for the reconsideration, and then be approved after reconsideration. Now, there is hope in reapplying if you got denied from the EIDL the first time. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's going to be a stimulus package in the near future, but there are steps that you can take to improve your financial situation and get prepared if there is another round for the PPP. And if there is an off chance that there's even another round for the EIDL grant, you want to make sure that you're ready for it. And that is the update for August the 14th. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.